distance there. Let's see if a couple of Dan's drivers can do the business on the track. As the gate opens, and out onto the circuit we go. 9 laps. Yesterday, the heat wins were shared between Moya Lopez and Callejas. Can anybody beat the local Spanish drivers? 6 of the top 8 are local drivers. Moolsdale and Zagazeta, the 2 Fusion Motorsport drivers, the only interlopers in the top 8. Moya Lopez, very experienced for that Teo Martin Jr. team. Finished 7th in last year's Junior X30 Euro Series. He's the highest ranked returning driver in this year's championship. Can he make that experience count? Or can Isidro Callejas, the 12-year-old from Cordoba, can he continue his absolutely storming weekend on his debut for the Uno Matricula team? And I think that when Isidro joined Uno Matricula, they thought, well, we'll use the Winter Cup as a chance to get young Isidro up to speed, and, you know, local track, he might do okay. Little did they know that he would then pull off 2 wins out of 3 and a front row starting place in times qualifying. Can he now withstand the pressure? Because just look at the difference inside. Moya Lopez, much taller, sitting further up in his cart. Callejas, that diminutive figure in cart number 32. Moolsdale is in that white and bright pink coloured number 28 Fusion Motorsport machine. Down at the back, there's Alex Walker, the Dan Holland driver. Dan Holland's got one hand on his mobile phone, one hand on his lap timer, you know, whichever one pings first. If it's the mobile phone, he may be on his way to the airport. If it's his lap timer, then his drivers are doing okay. They come into turn number 13. Callejas and Moya Lopez will go into the tram lines. Moolsdale will want to try and get the jump on Moya Lopez. Lights are out. We're off and racing. It's a good start from Callejas. Moya Lopez tries to get into the inside, but there's carts there, so Moya Lopez having to go round the outside. Oh, brave move there from Ruben Moya Lopez, and he hangs on to second place. Moolsdale in third, and at the back of the pack there's 3 and 4 wide going through turn number 3. 1 or 2 drivers on the grass, but Moya Lopez, he had Moolsdale and Pardo to his inside, so rather than just try and barge his way to the inside, he went high, wide and handsome round turn number 1, and now he's cutting underneath Callejas to take the lead. Good first half a lap from Ruben Moya Lopez to hang on to second and then take the lead. Moolsdale third, Pardo is fourth, and behind Pardo it looks like Mari Boya in the number 18 cart into P number 5. Down the back straight they go. Moya Lopez, Callejas, then Moolsdale, Pardo and Boya. Everybody else in line nice and smoothly, although we had a couple of drivers going off the track at turn number 3. They've recovered well. Rasmus Janssen, I believe, there at the back. Pardo has a little look at the inside of Moolsdale for third, going through turn number 1. The top 6 drivers trying to break away. Ayrton Fontecha in that CRG cart at the back of that group as Boya and Pardo swap places. Now the number 15 of Fontecha tries to involve himself, and side by side the 2 Spaniards. That's going to slow each other down, especially through turn number 6, and the top 4 are now going to break away, and look how much of a breakaway they've got. And that battle between Boya and Fontecha has brought the chasing pack led by Mateus Zagazeta and Josh Rattican into play. Hugo Belder is 9th, and then it is Alexander Bardas in the number 35 cart, who has made a good start from 13th on the grid up into the top 10. Alex Walker has made good progress. He's into 11th as the field fan out down the back straight. All 17 drivers still in touch with Enzo Juli at the back of the pack there, the Frenchman in cart number 19, who's dropped back from 11th on the grid to 17th. But it is Moya with Isidro Callejas right on his rear bumper. He is almost super glued to the rear bumper of that number 23 Teo Martin Jr. team cart as they come through turn number 3 now. Left, right. Callejas sitting in the slipstream, not making his presence felt just yet. Moolsdale doing similar, just biding his time. Behind them, Boyer and Pardo side by side again. Boyer grabs 4th place, but the gap between the top 3 and that scrap for 4th grows every single time that Boyer and Pardo battle and go side by side. Onto the back straight now. Ruben Moya, Isidro Callejas and Angus Moolsdale. Moolsdale needs to get his head down because a small gap is developing, and with Callejas pushing his countryman along, Moolsdale doesn't want to get dropped out of the slipstream, because even in the junior class there is still a good bit of time to be found if you are in the slipstream and in the tow of the drivers in front. Moolsdale doesn't want to lose touch. There is Boyer in 4th, Pardo in 5th, side by side between Fontecha and the red and white number 8 cart of Zagazeta. That is for 6th and 7th places. Moolsdale, he gets a shimmy on and puts it at 58.436, new fastest lap, and it's brought him back up to the rear bumper of the 2 leaders. There is Boyer, Pardo, Fontecha, Zagazeta and Ratican in the 27 car. Behind Ratican is Belder in that blue and yellow FA chassis. He is in 9th place. Then it is Bardas, and behind Bardas it is Walker, then Moreno, Axel Noss, Van der Hoft, Julie, Rasmus Janssen and Daniel Traeger. Down the back straight, still Moya leads, but Callejas, you can almost not see Callejas because he's a shorter stature driver, and when he tucks right in the back of Moya's car, it looks like there's one car, and then suddenly out he springs and takes the lead going into turn number 1. Isidro Callejas takes top spot, and Moya was busy looking over his shoulder, and Callejas timed that perfectly. The minute that Moya looked over his shoulder, Callejas pounced, but Moya fights straight back. Moolsdale right there in 3rd as they come through turn number 6 on lap 5 out of 9. The gap back to Matty Boyer in 4th place is over a 2.5 seconds, but the leaders, if they continue to scrap like this, they will be slowing each other down. Boyer, Fontecha, Zagazeta, Pardo, Ratican and Belder are all in that next group that is just at the back of your screens now. There they go through the screen. There's 2, 4, 6, 7 drivers in that group. All the way back to Alex Walker in 9th place. Victor Pardo was dropped back to 10th. So Pardo in the number 20 cart back into 10th. Here's the battle for 4th place. Boyer, Fontecha, Zagazeta, Ratican, Belder, Walker and Pardo. Then there's a gap back to 11th place, Alexander Bardas. But it's Boyer who continues to lead through turn number 1. Callejas and Moolsdale, who is right there. So Angus Moolsdale watching to see if he can make a move. Now, what will happen is if Isidro Callejas can get to the inside of Ruben Moya and force Moya offline, Moolsdale will want to make sure that he's right there. There goes Zagazeta, sending one up the inside of Fontecha, going through turn number 6. Zagazeta saying, hello, my name is Mateus, nice to meet you, and there wasn't a lot Mr. Fontecha could do about that one. Now, through turn number 9, turn number 10, Moya still leads, and Ruben Moya will know that if he gets shuffled wide by Callejas, he's not going to lose 1 place, he's going to lose 2. So we may see Moya defending. There is Hugo Belder making a move into turn number 12. And Ratican in the number 27 cart goes through. He's ahead of Zagazeta now. Pardo, and there's Bardas in the 35. And behind them, there's their number 19. And a collision there between the 34 of Francisco Moreno Garcia and the 19 of Enzo Giuli there, just clattering wheels. They both continue, and up at the front, Moya Lopez on lap number 7 out of 9. He will be mindful of the fact that if he sees a silver and blue nose cone up his inside, he will try and defend if he can, because Moolsdale will follow Callejas through if he possibly can. That's why Moolsdale is not making a move on Callejas. He's going to allow Isidro Callejas to maybe do the hard work and take advantage. There's the battle between Zagazeta, Pardo, Walker, Belder and Alexander Bardas. There's Boyer now in 4th. Fontecha is 5th. Ratican up to 6th. Going through your screen there. The leaders start another lap. They start lap number 1. And there's Moya defending. He knows he doesn't want to leave himself on the outside line. Callejas Goes through as well. Now Mooresdale's going to get a good run through turn number 2. Mooresdale didn't dive to the inside to try and get more momentum. Moya is defending and slowing each other down, and that is what he wanted. He wanted Callejas to outbrake himself, and now Moya will try and pull away. And look at Mari Boya in cart number 18. He's closed right in. Boya in that number 18 cart, the Kids to Win driver, the driver from Les in Spain, has closed in. But Mooresdale now pushing Callejas back up to the race leader. So Mooresdale, even though he's had to slow himself down, he thinks it's better for him to try and push Callejas back up to the leader rather than fight him. And there's a collision at the back of the screen there, going through turn number 9. I think that might have been Rasmus Janssen getting a bit airborne, and there's a driver kicking up some dust, but the top 4 now are together. Moya dives to the inside. Boya swings out wide as we begin the final lap. It is Moya from Callejas, Mooresdale, and then Mari Boya, and Josh Ratigan and Fontecchia aren't too far behind either. There's coming through turn number 3, there's side by side. Mooresdale gets the inside. Callejas is shuffled wide. Boya is there. Look at Josh Ratigan coming up to P4 and shuffled back. Callejas is back into 5th, 6th position. He fights back there side by side with Fontecchia, but it's now Moya, Lopez, Mooresdale and Mari Boya, the top 3. Boya to the inside of Mooresdale going into turn number 9. Can't make the move. Ratigan in that number 27 Coles Racing cart is right there. But really, Ruben Moya Lopez has slowed them all down. He's backed them all up. And we've gone from a lead pack of 3 to 11 drivers on the back straight for the final time. Can Angus Mooresdale make the move to the inside? Ruben Moya Lopez goes in very deep. Mooresdale's going to try the crossover as they come to the checkered flag. Moya wins by half a kart length from Angus Mooresdale, and Mari Boya finishes in 3rd position. Ratigan, in his first international race, finishes in 4th position. Fontecchia was 5th. Isidro Callejas, well, I have to say that the experience of Ruben Moya Lopez there won out over the youthfulness of Isidro Callejas, and Callejas comes home in 6th position. Victor Pardo is 7th, followed by Mateus Zagazeta, the Peruvian driver, in 8th place. Alex Walker in 9th, and Hugo Belder in 10th. And look at that, 1.8 seconds separated the top 9 at the end of that race. Alexander Barnas 11th. Dilano Vanterhoff, good result from Dilano, from 12th to 17th, from 17th to 12th rather. Then Francesco Garcia, Rasmus Janssen, Axel Noss, Dan Traeger, and sadly Enzo Giuli. We saw Enzo Giuli having a collision there during the race with the number 30.